course, Simon, he is married and his wife has just been cheating on him. He's so in love with her. He's all obsessed with her.
Simo, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Kyle and Jackie. How are you?
Good, Hunt. Now, tell Kyle about how you found out that your wife was cheating on you.
I was at work with my apprentice one day and we were doing she was climbing under some subfloors and getting filthy.
Yeah.
And she actually said, look, do you mind if I go home and get changed? I said, no, it makes sense, you're black as. We went through, took her home, and she goes, actually, my clothes are not dry. So I said, well, find the local laundromat.
Yeah.
So we went to the local laundromat. And
who actually went to the laundromat?
It was me and my apprentice.
Just you, and the wife was at home?
Yeah, she was basically, and we went to the laundromat, and this guy was there, and he goes, mate, how you going, bro? What are you doing here? So I wouldn't need this laundromat if I was still in Brisbane because it's nice and sunny. It's a sunshine state for a reason. And he goes, look, I was just, shagging a chick from Brisbane. I thought, there's not too many chicks around here from Brisbane. What's her name? And he goes, her name's Nikki. And I go, So I said, look, is this, I know a Nikki. Is this her there? He goes, yeah, that's her.
Hang on.
Hang on.
So a random guy you met at the laundromat,
just making small talk at the counter.
Said he was banging some chick from Brisbane. You said, yeah.
There's not too many of us there around here.
And then when he said her name was Nikki, that's the same name as your wife, is it?
Yep, and my heart sank.
And then you showed him a photo, still thinking this isn't going to be my missus.
And he basically goes, yeah, that's her.
Did you tell the guy, that's my wife? Or right there?
I did. I said, that's my missus. And he goes, what? And I said, yeah. He goes, she told me she was single. I said, He goes, I was punching for a relationship. And she said, no, she wants to keep it casual. We now know why.
Bro, Simon, you must have melted right there. Your heart must have broken.
Mate, my apprentice's face dropped and I was like shaking. And I didn't know what to do. All I thought about was my 3 kids.
Oh, you got 3 kids as well?
Yeah.
Yep. And one of them's her birthday tomorrow.
Then when you spoke to her, what did she say? When you said, I ran to this guy at the laundromat.
I asked her to meet me in a cafe. I basically said, look, I know what's happening. You need to tell me. Be up front. Tell me.
What'd she say?
And she still couldn't tell me straight to my face.
Stuck to the lie.
I just basically said, look, at the top of my voice, I'm not the person, screwing someone in a laundromat car park.
So she rooted the guy in a laundromat car park.
And then tell me what happened at Sexpo.
She basically rang me and said, look, hey, hon, I've organised some tickets for Sexpo and then a hotel room. I thought, beautiful, look, we're going to be having some fun.
Yeah.
As you would, Kyle, you know what I mean? Like a male thinks so.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah, I think this sounds sensational. And then she goes, no, it's for me only.
So the tickets were just for her and who else?
No, apparently she only bought the one ticket and she booked a hotel room for herself only.
Oh, my God. And you had to drop her there, right? At the hotel?
Yeah.
Were you, when you've realised, hang on, she might have been stepping out more than once, and you go through all the different emotions, anger and frustration and why and sadness, crying, anger, you go flip-flop.
Oh, mate, I've cried myself to sleep, Kyle, and it's just not fun. Like, I remember one time I was talking to my son and I had to basically compose myself because I didn't want him to and he goes, Daddy, you seem sad.
How old are the kids?
I've got a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old.
Oh, Jesus, Simon.
Okay, so now you want to know, as she said she won't do it again, as she admitted to why she did it, is there a way out of this where the family stays together or is it beyond that?
I'm willing to give it a chance because she's given me a chance like in the past. I just don't know. I love her to pieces. Like, she's my world. So I'm going to break down here, but when she actually did it, all my world was in a million pieces on the ground. Oh. And every day since then, I've been picking it up and gluing it back together.
Listen, I've got goosebumps for you. Like, there's nothing sadder.
My heart is absolutely breaking for you, Simon.
Like, I think I would, for the good of the family unit, you'd try
and stay together. That's what I'm trying to do.
Stay together, but it be good or
hang
not?
on, what is she doing to make this work? What does she bring to the table? What has she said to give you some sort of encouragement that she wants to fix it?
But she still loves me, and she thinks that we're a fantastic unit.
Yeah.
But things that I can't give her, and it's like an 80-20 rule. Like, I can give her 80% of everything she wants, but there's that 20% that she doesn't want with me.
What is that?
it's like the kinkiness side of things. Like she wants to be tied up. She wants to have this. She wants to have that. Like in that sort of world.
And you've said, I will do that.
But no, well, not every bloke wants to do that.
No, look, I don't feel comfortable in tying someone up and not having their...
Me neither.
They've got to be into it as well.
Both people need to be... You can't just be tying someone up and doing kinky shit if you're not into it.
But you're never going to get 100% of what you need in a relationship.
But is anyone getting 100% of everything?
And that's the thing. So if you're going to step out and break someone's heart because you're not getting 20%, that is not treating you properly, Simon, and your self-worth is just going down the drain.
Correct, and that's what my psych said. I spoke to a psych, and the psych basically said to me, it's the 80-20 rule. That's how I learned about it. She goes, some people are willing to take the 20% and give up the 80%, and that's just so sad. If
Exactly.
Oh, right.
And that's what's happening. But
that's crazy. The stats should work the other way. I'd love to get blown every time I got home. But, what I want and what's reality are completely different things.
I was going to say, I think we all want that call when we walk in the door.
Yeah, but you're not gonna step out and get a little blowy here and there because you're not getting everything you want.
So she's basically saying that I want to continue to do this because you can't give me that.
Yeah, I think she's more that she wants to explore that before we go together, and I don't like that idea. Look, I don't share my women.
It's tough because you're both in love. She's done the wrong thing, but you said she's forgiven you. What did you do wrong back in the day?
Basically, when both, I had some, deaths in the family. My mother and my nana passed away. I wasn't the greatest person. I was under a lot of stress, and I was just very snappy and all that sort of stuff. So she called it quits. And
you didn't do the dirty on her.
I've never done a drug in my life and never cheated in my life, so that's something I can proudly say.
Okay.
I wish I could say
Well,
the
let's
same
take some calls and see what people say.
Richard sprung through. Richard, what do you want to say to Simon?
Mate, I'll tell you, this guy needs a punch in the throat. There's no way you sulk around like that forever, expecting for...
But because it was so out of the blue, I think. It was so not on the radar for Simon.
Bro, Kyle, if this happened to your mate, as if you want to punch him in the throat.
Listen,
mate, wake up your fucking self. Come on, man. Tough love. I'm sorry, but tough love.
Yeah, but I totally get where you're coming from. You should be I'm not putting up with that. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to get rid of his whole family. Well, because of this.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to get rid of his whole family at all.
What do you think he's going to keep the kids?
Well, yeah, he's entitled to 50%.
Yeah, but 50% is really not what you want as a family.
But the alternative is sitting there feeling like a piece of shit who's getting constantly treated poorly by the person you love. That's torture.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not good for anyone.
You've
that's
got me
not
there.
Good for the kids,
I can't argue
nothing.
that one.
All right,
Slayman.
Hi.
Well, I don't know what sort of advice we're going to get from Slayman. Hey, man.
How's it been
what
going?
Do you think?
Good. Okay, this bloke is submissive, totally submissive. This woman, she wants a dominant man, and this guy is submissive. She can get away with anything. She's so in love with him, he is so in love with her that she can get away with murder, and this guy will say, yep, no worries. She's clearly screaming up for someone that can take control. I mean, he drives her to Sexpo, gives her a hotel, drops her off, and yep, no worries. No way in the world. What man would allow that? I mean, all he needs to do is become a cockhold, wear a dress, and she's going to slap him around, and that's it.
So, Simon,
maybe that's an option,
He
Simon.
does make an interesting point. You weren't invited to Sexpo. She clearly has a hotel room, and you dropped her off.
Yeah. Well,
why did you do that?
Well,
knowing
that's
deep
not
down.
A given
come on, she's already cheated. Why did you do that?
Basically, at that stage, she was just saying that it was for her and a friend. And I thought,
you guys are all making out this guy's Ned Flanders all of a sudden, where he's legally whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. Sushi's called through. Hi, Sushi. Jeez, we've got all the names today.
Yeah. Well,
Hey guys, I hope you're well. I think the guy's being super selfish.
Selfish.
He cannot stay because of his kids. No way. What are you I'm going to keep this short and sharp, but I think he's being selfish. It's a piss poor excuse to say.
Hang on. So you're saying it's selfish to stay because of the kids?
Yeah, 100%. Because what are you showing your kids? Like, in 25 years, if your kids come up to you and say, hey, this is happening to me, I'm crying myself to sleep, what advice are you going to give them? Because you have no legs to stand on, because you could never make that decision for yourself in the first place.
But it's such a hard thing to have 3 kids and a wife you love and a shock result.
But Simon, love yourself enough to go, I don't deserve this.
Oh, hang on. We've got a poll on and off the air. Many calls weren't put on air. And this is quite the shock poll. It's never happened before, where 100% of people are saying the same thing. Every caller is saying the same thing. What is that?
Guys, they're saying go.
Leave.
That's never happened, Simon. Never. Where there's 100%.
There's always a couple of them that are like, hang in, but not here.
I think you have your answer.
I do have my answer.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you've got to do that. You do what you need to do for yourself.
But Simon...
No, look, I'm going to sit down with her today.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a chat with her and just say, look, I think it's best that for the kids, we work a schedule out where I look after them part-time and she looks after them part-time.
Actually, that's one thing.
And I move into my own house.
Or you could just, when Sexpo's on, you tie her up and you leave her in the room.
And then let her for the next 48 hours to stay there.
Every now and then you go and you tickle her knee with a feather and there you go.
There you go.
Oh, bro, I'm
Simon,
so sorry.
I hope you're okay.
Look, I'm okay. It's just the fact that it's just my kids.
Yeah, it's sad.
If I had no kids, I would have been out of there a long time ago, Jack.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, give yourself some love, Simon. The kids will be okay. It's more important that you're not miserable and really sad in
Jackie,
that marriage.
why are you scratching your hand so vigorously?
I just got an itch on my thumb.
Is that some psychic thing? Are you feeling some psychic?
I must look that up. Is that a sign?
Well, you're scratching that hand like I've never seen you. It's like so itchy.
Yeah, it was actually. No. But Simon, I really do feel for what you're going through. So Tom is 35 and he, I think, it's his wife of 6 years, Christy. Now, what's happened is that Christy, every weekend from Friday through to Sunday is going out partying on Pentas.
Good on her.
Leaving him alone look after 3 kids.
She's mastered the single life with children, which is what we're all looking to do.
Too funny. Tom, is this what's happening?
Bro.
Yeah. Hi, Kyle and Jackie. This is the case.
How long's it been going on for?
Oh, look, she's really started hitting it hard in probably the last 6 months.
And she literally goes off the grid. The phone is off. You can't contact her.
Yeah, like there's no contact. So, I try and call her. Obviously, our phones aren't kind of linked, so I can't track her, but we do have like a kid's iPad that is linked.
Yeah.
It'll just show that it's off, and I'll kind of say to her, hey, like, your phone was off. Like, what's going on? Like, what happens if something was wrong with the kids?
Yeah.
She just goes, like, you're definitely capable of looking after them.
Are you not worried that she's like,
cheating?
Yeah.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, look, it did kind of cross my mind, but then I'd kind of, she said, hey, look, I'm out with my friends, and if I did see those friends, I'd kind of almost quiz them a little bit. And look, there was a little bit or a couple of stories that did have differences, but in the end, they were still kind of similar. And it kind of, look, I had my doubts, but...
Have you ever said to her, I'll get a babysitter and I'll come out with you?
I've said, I've said, hey, look, maybe your parents can look after the kids and maybe we go out together.
Yeah.
And the response that I get straight away is, you don't like some of my friends. So, yeah, it's usually a no.
What she wants is escape from you and the kids, is what it sounds like. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
But not healthy.
But no, I don't think it's unhealthy.
I do. If you don't think that is unhealthy, I don't know.
I don't think it's unhealthy to want to just...
Unhealthy to go out on Friday every weekend and turn your phone off till Sunday.
Is it really every single weekend?
It's every single weekend. Yeah, I've even had it...
Oh, honey, I think you're being taken for a ride here.
Well, I think so as well.
Let's not just make the wrong assumptions.
No, I'm not saying it's a guarantee that there's something fishy going on, but I just think either way, you're being taken for a ride.
Sometimes people just need a bit of freedom.
You're not getting... No, but you're just not being respected in any way. Like, you don't matter to her.
Maybe...
Why don't we get to the bottom of it and call her? Because there's always... two sides, and it's interesting to hear her take on this.
Christy, hi.
Hey, Christy.
Hi.
What have you been up to?
I'm currently working, but...
We've got your husband here, Tom, who's just running us through the weekend activities that go on at your place. He's very busy with the kids, but you're out reliving the single life, which I get. People need a break from reality sometimes to get back to fun. But he thinks maybe this is happening too much. What do you say about it?
I wouldn't say it's too much at all. I do most days through the week. It's his responsibility on the weekend.
So when you turn your phone off all weekend, though, and you're not contactable, why is that?
Just with friends, out and about.
Yeah, but why do you need to turn the phone off?
She wants to get rid of the someone else's responsibility for the weekend. Is that the vibe?
Pretty much. I had the children. We can look after them.
Are you guys happy? Are you guys happy, or is there anything else? Should you be worried, or are you just sort of letting your hair down a bit here?
Oh, look, on weekends, I kind of just feel like I'm a single parent, kind of stuck at home. Like, it's actually really getting to me now. So obviously, here we are now.
So, Christy, Tom wanted kind of really to do an ultimatum here.
Oh,
that's what this is about.
And you know how much we all love ultimatums.
So, Tom, what's your ultimatum?
If we can't come to an agreement where, okay, you know what, you're going to be home more often and actually agree to this, like, I can't do this anymore with you, Christy. Like, it's,
Are you guys still, like, kissy and cuddly with each other, or has this sort of put a rift in between you two?
During the week, like, I might hit her up or something and she'll just go, nah, not in the mood. And it's kind of like, well, are you, like, Chrissy, are you getting it from elsewhere? Like, what's going on?
I can't believe you've taken this to radio.
Everyone always
every time I ask you about it at home, it always breaks out into an argument.
Because I don't want to talk about it.
Is there something else going on, Christy, that you haven't really sort of bridged with him yet, or you got weird feelings?
No.
Are you over it, or are you unhappy in the marriage, or?
Christy, can you answer the question of the cheating? Are you cheating?
No.
So there's
not at all.
So you haven't cheated.
That took a while to come out. That wasn't a quick, like, you ask anyone out there on the street who's got a partner, are you cheating? Like, straight away they're going to say no. Like, they're not going to.
There was a long pause, wasn't there?
Yeah. It wasn't that long.
No, before. It was pretty long.
Are you happy? You still want to be married, Christy, or?
Yeah, of course I do.
So what you
still
think?
Want to have a family?
And you want to just be able to let your hair down, but is that going to happen every weekend, or is it just recently you've been doing this?
Oh, it's been a good 6 months.
Where do you go?
Why? Can I just ask, what are you escaping from?
I guess that married parenting life.
Yeah. And what is it
that I live Monday to Friday?
What is it that you don't enjoy?
I don't know.
Do you miss the old partying ways? Like, is that why you're sprinkling it into your life now? Like, I've still got it, that sort of...
I guess it's just a bit of fun. Where at home I get not a lot.
Where do you stay when you're out all weekend?
With a friend.
Every weekend, you and this girl, she's single, she's not a mum or anything.
Yeah.
Are you guys having
Are you
guys having a little bit of a... is there maybe a girl-on-girl thing happening?
No, not at all.
Spewing.
As soon as someone says that to me, is, okay, hey, I want to escape married life, that means you want to be single. Like, if you're going out with your single friend...
I don't. I still want to be with you, obviously, because I'm still here.
But it doesn't sound like you're enjoying it.
Yeah, living life to the fullest.
Yeah, but with your partner, like, not your best mate.
Can't you have a bit of both?
I don't see an issue with it at all.
Can't you have a bit of both, but just not too heavily weighted one way or the other?
Yeah, like, look, I don't mind.
That.
So you don't want to change, basically? No. Okay. So even though Tom,
he's ready to leave
is going to leave, what is your answer to that ultimatum? Are you saying leave, or I will stop partying?
Well, either way, he'll still have the children, right?
No, but what's your answer? Leave or I'll stop partying?
Leave.
You kidding, aren't you?
Why? Is there more to this story, Christy? Just because it sounds like you're so defensive and, I don't know, just like you don't care.
Well, he's taking this to you guys rather than talking about it at home. There's a reason why I don't want to talk about it at home.
Why?
And
why don't you want to talk about that in private at home?
I just don't want to talk about it. I'm happy living my life and I don't want it to get to me.
Oh,
It sounds to me, without knowing these two, and I don't want to assume, that everything was cruising along, everyone was doing the parenting thing, there's a few kids involved, and then it just, maybe Christy cracked a little bit and just dipped back into the old party life.
Yeah.
I think we're just on two different wavelengths too. A little bit older than me.
Right.
I want to settle down with my family, and you just want to go out and do whatever you do with your single mate.
Well, I think, Christy, you've got to get to the root of what you're running away from first.
Truthfully, it's you.
Pardon?
Truthfully, it's Tom.
Okay, so there we go. What is it? What's going on with Tom that you're running away from there?
He just doesn't give me anything anymore.
Ah, okay. In terms of
feelings have changed.
What doesn't he give you that you would like?
I still love him, but it's very much he just is boring.
No, you cannot go out and say, "Oh yeah, I love him," but hey, I love the party life a lot more than him. How
the father
is that
to
for
my
real?
children. I've been married to you for 15 years now. Well, with you for 15 years.
Are you sleeping with someone else? Or are you cheating? What? It can't just be this. If this is going to be the end of it, there's got to be more to
that
it.
far? Yeah, there's somebody else.
Christy, there is someone else?
Yep. If he wants to take it this far, I'm going to tell him right now.
Where's this person come from?
Through friends, met them.
Is this a love situation, or is this just like
bit of a fling?
Bit of a party fling thing?
Why are you wanting to treat Tom like this? Why are you wanting to hurt him?
Well, I don't want to hurt him, but when you've been crying out for the love and affection and you get nothing.
On those nights, on a Tuesday night when you say you're at a friend's house, are you with this guy?
Yes.
How long have you been seeing him for? The whole time?
Not the whole time.
Now it's all out on the table. Where do we go from here?
Tom.
That's it. That's it, Kyle. I can't even live with you anymore after this.
You can't tell me you're happy at the moment.
No. And I've tried to speak to you about it, and it either comes into an argument, and look, I'm going to say,
I don't want to talk to you.
Why?
If you can't talk to your partner, who are you going to talk to? This other bloke?
Well, at least I get something.
Far out,
because it's such fresh news. Yeah, I don't want either of you to say things you can't take back. You're already both in a shit situation now.
I don't want to be a single dad. Where I only see my kids.
Well, you're saying there are already. So what's the difference?
Look, I see guys at work that see their kids, once or twice a month. I see how hard it is for them. I don't want to be like that.
How old is the oldest kid, and how old is the youngest?
10 and 4.
Okay, so this has been eroding away slowly as you raise children, right? Yeah.
But I don't see why the kids need to know. I guess we can still be mutual and still do those, because we go on family holidays.
I would suggest that you do not bring this up in front of the children. That's extremely private. Because
that's why we'll never talk about it at home.
Yeah, I know it's fresh, but when you're ready, I'd like for you we'll give you a counsellor to try and help you through what comes next. Not necessarily.
I don't think there is anything next now.
Well, no, but it's co-parenting and separation, and also setting yourself up to be in a situation where, because you're going to now have 50% custody.
I think it'd be more than 50, because it's Monday to Friday.
So you still want the weekends. So you want during the week, and you still want those weekends.
Yeah, of course I do with my children.
Well, now you do. Now you want your kids on the weekend, but
it's you. It's not the kids. It's you. I'm present with them and do all the sporting activities and everything when you're not around, but it's when you're around.
Guys, it's too painful.
What is it about Tom you dislike so much? Because what I'm hearing, he sounds pretty okay, but am I missing something here? Apart from the love fizzling out and the affection and etc.
I think that's just what happened. It's fizzled out. Now he's taken it this far, so...
Okay, yeah.
So you're dirty at him for bringing it on the radio, really?
100%.
But hey, the Band-Aid's ripped off now. Do you feel a little bit better about that? The lies, the deceit, that's gone. It's on.
Well, you would have had to know.
I think that's why he called in the first place.
Yeah, I think he did.
As angry as you two are at each other for different reasons, just think about the kids first. Like, because as angry as you can be, it's not going to change anything.
Can I ask a quick question before you guys go? Christy, were you partying, or was the partying a front for being at this guy's place?
It definitely partying in the beginning, but it's not every night. But yeah, we go to the city, nice nights out.
So what is this, one guy or different guys?
Just one.
Okay, guys, we're gonna leave you to this to continue talking. Obviously, more needs to be done, a lot more. But Tom and Christy, thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm sorry it ended that way.
So it's a young lady?
28 years old.
Right.
And she is a stay-at-home mum to an 18-month-old baby girl. And when ever since she got pregnant, she feels like her husband, Joseph, has not been attracted to her anymore. He never gives her any attention. He shrugs off all her advances. Doesn't even seem like he wants to touch her. So,
really?
Yeah.
But she's had the baby. The baby's born.
Yeah, 18 months ago, right?
Okay.
Anyway, about 2 months ago, Josie met Matt when he was over laying floorboards at her place, so Tradie. And because she feels so rejected in the marriage, her and Matt, it kind of got to know each other over text, started sending flirty messages, and before you know it, she's sleeping with Matt. And
the floorboard guy.
The floorboard guy. And now what she does, because she didn't want to sleep with him at her house, so what she does is she hires a babysitter during the day to look after her 18-month-old while she goes off and has sex with Matt. And she's getting her needs met through him.
Hang on.
Right.
She's getting a babysitter to look after her and her husband's child while she goes and gets filled up by this tradie.
Yeah.
That's the lowest thing I've ever heard. And I've heard some low things.
Hi, Josie.
Josie, what the hell is going on? How have you got caught up in this?
Oh, my God.
You're in trouble when even Kyle says that's the lowest thing I've ever heard.
I really wasn't questioning it that much until I heard Kyle's reaction.
The babysitter, don't you feel like a real slurry when the babysitter comes over and you're shaving the mutt and going over to root this tradie?
Look, I don't know what to do anymore. I've come to sort of crossroad in my marriage. And
when you first had sex with the tradie, did you feel bad? Did you feel guilty, or did you feel satisfied?
Look, I think there was a bit of mix of all those emotions. It was sort of a bit naughty.
Yeah. So while he was in you loved it, and then on the way home, you probably felt like a piece of shit.
But you know what? He's actually making me feel better about myself. I mean, for the last 2+ years, I've just felt like nothing around my husband. He just won't touch me. Doesn't want to even be near me. It feels like it.
Or is he not? Is he really not interested? Is he not kind to you? Is he?
Yeah.
Is everyone just exhausted because, our kid's only just 1 or 13 months old, and it's exhausting for Tegan and also exhausting for me. So
it is exhausting, and he does work very hard
to provide for the family.
So many years I can go without any attention.
So let me break it down. So when you say he doesn't even want to touch you, because there's a difference between being exhausted but still giving your wife a little bit of love.
Sure.
So when he doesn't even want to touch you, explain to me, do you try and touch him and he pushes you away? What happens?
No, they're no pushing. It's just sort of
one-sided.
I'm not in the mood. But sometimes I just want a hug.
And does he never do that?
Not even that.
Right, so he's not being an arsehole.
We can still have a nice time and talk to each other. But if I try to make something happen, he'll just be like, no, I'm not in the mood.
What do you mean try and make something happen? You mean grab his...
Start getting intimate,
yeah. Sometimes I might, go make myself look nice, make it obvious this is what I want. I'll even try, unzipping his pants.
Oh, yeah.
And all the time I just get brushed away. And I started feeling in the beginning, okay, maybe he's cheating on me.
Right.
Do you think that's a possibility?
I did at first, but now I just think maybe he's just not in love with me anymore, and he just not attracted to me anymore.
So what? No oral, no nothing. He's not interested in anything, and he's giving you nothing. You're giving him nothing.
Well, she wants to,
and I want to, and I try. And
what have you said about this? What's this tradie doing for you? Everything?
Yes, basically filling all my needs. I kind of want all this from my husband.
Yeah, but it's not going to go anywhere with the tradie. Is this just sort of filling a hole in your life?
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy, but he's just filling some needs that aren't getting met at home.
He's your plaything.
Yes. I feel better about hiring a babysitter than rather doing it in my house, with the baby there. So I feel like I'm doing the right thing, in a sense.
Do you think you girls sometimes convince yourselves that you're doing the right thing, whereas if it was the husband doing this, it would obviously be the worst thing and you would be so hurt?
I know. But, I do feel that, but emotionally, how many times can I get? I've even suggested counselling to him and just nothing.
Well, how many times have we had guys call through that have been in this situation and you've never said, Kyle, once, that's the lowest thing I've ever heard?
Yeah, have I?
You've backed them, actually.
Have I?
Yeah, you've had their back, as though it was a secret boys club of it's okay if we do it, but if the mother does it and the woman does it, it's the lowest of the low.
Maybe I've still got the guy's back without even the guy being.
But you do. You clearly do. Because you're just imagining it's you in this situation.
That's exactly
and then
what I'm
when
thinking.
you guys cheat, you know there's no emotion attached. It's just sex, so it doesn't mean anything.
But when girls cheat, there is emotion attached.
But is there? So that's interesting. Is there emotion attached, Josie, do you think?
No.
How often are you rooting the tradie?
Twice a week at the moment.
There's emotion, man. Twice a week. Come on.
No, I just feel like he is a nice guy and we have fun together. But
how long do you hire the babysitter for?
Look, sometimes I just say to her, can you just come over for 2 hours? And sometimes I might be a bit longer.
Do you pay the guy?
Do you go to Matt's house? Do you go to Matt's house?
Yeah, sometimes it's Matt's house, sometimes it's in the car.
In the car?
And have you told your husband that you've got a babysitter for any reason?
Yes, I told him I just want to start feeling better about myself. So he thinks I'm going to the gym, Pilates, personal training.
Personal training, yeah. Right.
Josie's breaking up with him just out of the question for you.
Oh, they've got children.
I love him so much. I do. I love him so much, and I don't want to be without him. And I know that if he found this out, it would totally break his heart. But I think it would break his heart. That's the thing. Of
course it would.
I really don't know.
I get you've got a child, but this is not going to get any better because he doesn't want to even address it. He doesn't want to go to counselling. So where do you see it going from here?
Well, I guess the next step is do I tell him?
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
You put yourself in quite the predicament. Now what?
I feel like just men do this all the time. They're not getting it from their wives, and it's just
but isn't your husband going to work to save up money to buy new floorboards so his new baby and his wife can walk around?
Oh, God, I didn't think of that.
And now
he's paying for the floorboard. He's paying Matt.
He gave me the I feel like he just gave me, renovate the house to keep me busy, to keep me away from him.
All right, let's take those calls. The lines are open. Okay, let's see what Rick has to say. Rick from Cronulla, 24 years old.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, I'm sick of the little sob story. You're going to another tradie when your husband just paid for the floorboard. Straight to hell. You just had a newborn baby. And you're the tradie that your husband's paying for. Are you serious?
Okay, so
you've got to understand where I'm coming from as well.
Hang on. That's one in the hell section. Do you think, Jackie?
Yes, it's hit a nerve there with Rick. Let's go to Denise. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Denise. Good morning.
Hey, Kyle, first of all, I'm annoyed with you because you just jumped down her throat. She has carried a baby for 9 months. She has given of her body.
That is true.
Right?
Yeah.
She just wants a hug. She just wants a bit of affection.
I feel for her, Denise.
Knots to untie here.
I do feel for her. But now she's got herself stuck in this.
Go and stand outside any brothel in the next 24 hours and ask any guy going in there, how's their wife? Because they're going several.
Well, that would ruin the vibe, wouldn't it? I don't want to be. I do understand that, Denise. You're not wrong.
If it was a man doing this, it's acceptable for a man with an 18-month-old to say, "Oh, my wife, since she had the baby, she's just not into it, and I'm just having to go and fill my needs." Oh, they get a notch on their belt.
Do they though? I mean, do you think that's okay, Kyle? I don't think that's okay.
In all with all jokes aside, none of that's all right. But it does happen. And you're right, Denise. And what do you want to add, Kenny?
Yeah, no, you're going straight to hell, love. I'm sorry to say. It's not good what you're doing. I'm a father myself.
This is happening.
I'm a father myself. My wife did not do this. She would never do that. For argument's sake, your husband lost an arm and you didn't find him attractive no more. Right? And you weren't jumping his bones. If he was to go to a brothel and you find out about it, would you look at that? He's painted as a devil. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, but I would have had the talk with him. I would have said, you know what, I'm not
okay, so why are you on the radio trying to get advice? Why don't you talk to your husband and tell him?
I guess I just wanted advice, like I said, or maybe it was to get
Plus, guys, can you class a man having his arm amputated as the same as a woman having a baby?
It's just argument's sake, guys.
Right.
Come on, mate. If the shoe was on the other foot, he would be painted as the devil.
He would be. Let's keep ploughing through.
Mish at Bondi Beach. She's 33. What do you want to say?
Hi, Mish.
Hi, guys. I think she's going straight to hell. I feel like, you're getting a babysitter to make better of the situation. I've been through a very, very, very hard time with my partner, where I've had times where I've, wanted to do the same thing, but I've said to myself, no, I've been here, come here for a reason. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to strive to make it work and make it better, regardless of how it is. But the fact that you have a child and you married him, it just doesn't make any sense. Imagine if he was in your position.
I'm not in love with Matt. I feel worthy and wanted and attractive again.
Yeah, I think the common theme here is that you need to leave or talk to him, because I feel that that's the only way you can go forward. If you're just honest with him, you have to, I think. You have to be.
I think I'm getting to that point, yes.
Yeah.
I have to.
Let's go to Nicole in Parramatta. Hi, Nicole. You got any advice?
What drama queens? Oh my God, you are so not going to hell. Let me tell you, my niece and her husband were going through a similar situation, except she didn't have a child. She lost a lot of weight. Yeah. He didn't have sex with her for a good 2 years. And we were saying, just go and have sex with somebody else. Go and get your feel-good from somebody else if he's not going to give it to you. And it was the same thing, Josie. You're not doing the wrong thing. You've got feelings too. You need them met. Go and get out there and get what you got to get.
Isn't society a weird place?
Oh, it's
same question.
Cole.
Listen, I get it. The same question, though, and so many different people have so many different opinions.
People are so passionate about this. But you
know what? They don't know your situation. How would they feel? Yeah, they're getting sex from their partner. When you just want that simplicity of a kiss or a touch or just a bit of appreciation and he can't give it to you, I'm telling you, my niece went through hell as well. And now that she's fallen for a divorce, but she's gone out and got a root. And I'm telling you, she's at her highest level of happiness now than what she did staying in that relationship.
I feel like if you stay in a relationship and then you're getting it on the side like that as a way to kind of fix the situation.
Isn't that the beginning of the end?
That's no good. You've got to just address it head on and either stay or go.
Yeah, but it's a tough thing. One more. Bradley's down in Wollongong. Braddles, you're on with Josie. What do you want to say?
Mate, I just got one thing to say. I understand her position, but if it was someone that, she had a connection with and she actually, spent some time with first, I could understand, but it's the first tradie that's come over her house, mate.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of it like that.
I don't think she's looking for a connection.
It's not about...
Well, then what are you looking for? You got a child with this guy.
This is everyone's worst fear. This is why everyone's passionate about it.
That's why everyone's fired up.
No one wants to be in a loveless relationship. No one wants
to be cheated on.
People have been cheated on before, and there's cheaters. Everyone's got a different angle. But it doesn't help Josie because she's right up to her neck in it.
She is.
So that's a little cross section. 82% of our listeners on and off the air said that, you're in a shit situation. You're probably going to hell.
Wow.
But
there you go.
Listen, it's all on you. Only you know what you need as a human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Do we have to pay for it for the rest of our lives? No, we don't. But you can't drag other people into your hell. You can't live in that area for long.
Yeah, you can't. That's so true. You can't live in that area for long. You're just buying time until you have to eventually discuss it.
Yeah, it's like a Band-Aid on an open wound. This thing's going to split open until it's fixed properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You do what's right for you. We don't know the answer. We don't know you.
But think about your future self as well in this. Don't just think about the here and now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're 28. You're still young.
Yeah.
And you rooted him on Monday, so I suppose you're up for another route by, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow would be the day, right?
We have been texting today.
So today might be the day.
You get filled up today.
Maybe.
Well, think about it. Think about it,
Josie.
Things to think about now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Josie, good luck with everything.
Thanks, Josie.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Shitty.
It's a heavy day, man. I told you this day was going to be a pretty good show.
Oh, dear. What else? Do we
emotion.
have anything to pick us up?
No.
Let's meet Leah. Leah, she's wanting to come clean. Not to anyone in particular, just us.
About what?
She got married and a year later started a 4-year-long affair.
Oh, what is it, Leah?
Only a
Is that
year in.
true? Has Jackie got that right?
It happened.
You guys aren't together, you and your husband, right, anymore?
No. I'm with somebody who's way better and way more attentive.
How are you 1 year into a marriage and then start, hooking up with other blokes?
I thought this person was the one I was going to spend the rest of my life and I was going to be completely happy. And then he just turned around and said, okay, well, I want these sort of things.
What do you mean?
Sexually the room. I said...
like what?
Sorry, no, I'm not doing...
What's it, weird stuff? He wanted to do weird stuff you went into?
Really weird
What?
stuff.
Can I get a rough idea of what we're talking here?
Yeah, try and tell us so everyone can hear and understand.
I can't. It's honestly R-rated. I can't say it.
Did he want you to do poo-poo on him?
No, it was the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He really should have let you know this before you got married.
I know.
Wow.
He should have.
How does a bloke bring that list of requirements up?
But still, if it's important to him, he has to.
So you found
he should have, but
found
he
love
didn't.
with another man, obviously, someone that you felt got you better. Huh?
Both married, right? Both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where did you end up having sex for 4 years?
Hotels 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, hell! What were you saying to your husband?
If my wife went out 3 or 4 times a week at night for drives, I'd suss her.
Yeah, what were you
I'd
saying?
clock that as something was not right.
My husband at the time didn't really pick up on anything. He was too drunk.
Good.
4 years to have an affair. It's a long.
It's a long time, isn't
I
it?
wonder if someone's listening thinking 4 years, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I've been having an affair for 18 years, like 20 years, 7 years.
Oh my God! Let's open the lines on that and find
Hang on,
out.
Mayo. What Mayo's just said one of her family members is having an affair.
Well, he did have an affair for 15 years. 15, and now he's married his mistress. Yeah. And she's part of our family.
That never happens. So that is rare where they end up actually being with the mistress.
Okay, so anyone who's had long affairs, how long did it last for? We're looking for decent numbers here.
Yeah.
Not like I banged a bloke at work for 3 weeks. Big deal. We've all done that. Not a bloke, obviously. The women.
Give us a call. I'm fascinated. 131065.
Yeah, how long did you have the affair for? How did you get away with it? Kelly is on there. Kelly, how long did you have an affair for?
I had an affair for about 10 years. We used to hide it by going away on work trips. I lost my virginity to him and it just got way too much.
Wait, why didn't you lose it to your partner?
No, I didn't. I
he
said
was
to him,
having...
I wanted to...
Yeah, wait, were you with someone and it was the guy that was married, or were you also with someone?
I was with also someone, but I was trying to save myself for marriage.
Oh, and you lost it to the guy you were having an
I
affair
did
with.
Oh, it was so bad.
And
Anyway.
10 years, so only on work trips, never outside of that.
Well, pretty much on work trips, because he used to work in the office across the road. We used to do it in the hallway, wherever.
Can I ask, why did you stay with the guy?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just be with the guy you were having the affair with?
Because he was also married.
And
it
he
was
wouldn't...
very complicated.
Yeah,
very
Sounds
complicated.
very complicated.
All right, Kelly, thanks, Rebecca.
In the hallways. Wow. Rebecca, how long did you have an affair for?
15 years.
15 years.
And how did you hide yours?
It would be when my husband would leave for work or when he'd come in for a haircut.
Oh, so you were a hairdresser?
Yeah.
And the guy you were having an affair with would come in and get his hair cut?
Yeah.
And then what would happen? How do you... what do you
go into the waxing room?
The waxing?
there was a waxing room.
Oh, yeah, I've been in one
Did
of
other
those.
staff members not think, why is he going...
I've been in one of the waxing... No, not waxing.
How often were you having sex with this guy?
Maybe once a week.
Yeah.
Nice.
For 15 years.
Is it over now or is it still ticking on?
No, you could still text
now if you wanted.
Wow.
Another
lady. Lily's ladies.
Lots of ladies. Well, it takes two,
No
Kyle.
blokes. No
Takes two.
Hi, Lily. How long did you have an affair for?
No, I got cheated on for 27 years.
For
during our
27
marriage.
years, the guy lied and cheated.
Wow.
Yes, 27 years with the same person.
How did you find out?
Devastating.
I never ever snooped. I wasn't a snoopy person. He's an amazing person,
Yeah.
I've got to say. But what I did is I just looked through his phone and I noticed that he attended a graduation and it was his name of this person, which was his son. He had attended.
He had a child with the other lady.
Yeah.
And he went to the school graduation.
Did he come clean in that moment?
When I confronted him, because I said, is that your child? He didn't say anything and he walked out.
That's a
and then
dead
he
giveaway.
actually, we had a great marriage, but I don't think it would have been that great if he was doing that. But it was with somebody that he was with previous me.
Oh,
so it was an ex-girlfriend that kept on
coming back,
ringing him, it'll be all right. And then she was okay. She never told her mother, her sisters, nobody knew. Just them. They knew.
Did you leave this? Did you leave this guy? You
we separated for a bit, but no, we are still together. Still together.
How do you get over that, though, Lily?
The
betrayal.
It's very hard. It is. The betrayal is the worst. It's worse than the death of my father.
Yes.
It is
worse than that.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I agree. Betrayal is a very difficult thing.
Tim, a bloke, finally, a naughty boy. Hey, Tim.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Did you have an affair with someone?
50 years.
For 50 years?
I mean, how old are you right now?
Holy shit.
Please tell me
My
you're
70s.
You're 70-odd. So you were married, but you were still tapping the
I was
girlfriend.
married and we met and it's still ongoing. My wife passed about 15 years or so ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But the other one's still alive?
She's still married.
And she won't.
The other
you
girl
guys
is
never.
still married.
You never contemplated leaving your partners for each other.
I think over all the years and everything like that, I can probably honestly say we probably both ended up with the wrong people at time, even though we had good people. I had a good wife, and I'm sure he's a good husband. But, yeah, we just had 50 years together and it's still going. And, it's crazy, I guess. I think if we had our time over, it'd probably be different.
Oh, do you feel sad? Like
the guy's in his 70s, he can still get a hard on. What's to feel sad about?
Like the fact that
Pretty good.
you've spent your whole life being with the person you're not actually more in love with. It's such that story of like this hidden love that you've had to hide from everyone is kind of sad. I would look back on that and think that.
Look, we still see one another and things like that. The sad part about it, our children don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's good. I think you're better off with the kids. Don't need to know every little detail of life, do they?
No, sometimes not. Yeah.
Imagine if they turned on you and you're in your 70s.
Especially with their mum passed away.
I don't know if
That'd
they
be
need
hard
that
to get
extra.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've, as I said, we've kept to that and we've had 50 years sort of knowing one another. And
Tim,
it's been great, to be honest.
Can I ask, 50 years ago when you guys were hooking up and everyone was hot and it was young and everyone was sweaty and filthy, is it the same feeling when it's still to this day when you guys hook up? Do you still get the adrenaline or you're like, oh, yeah, it's Friday, I better throw the leg over?
Well, obviously, as you get older, life changes a little bit, but the room still lights up each time I walk in and see you.
Oh, don't you love that?
Yeah.
Sort of, but, if it's from
I don't know if I do.
Take the dead wife out.
And the other husband.
Lovely. Yeah, and it's lovely. Well, there you go.
Forbidden love. Hey,
God.
forbidden love.
It's rife.
I don't get that. I don't get it. I couldn't.
Yes, with your list of rules, it's very hard to understand
I
all
think
these
that's
other...
a basic rule. It's like if
It is a basic rule.
I wouldn't want to live all my years like
Nathan had sex with his brother's missus whilst they were on a break.
Yeah.
Now, a few years later down the track, they're all back together. Everything's good. They're about to get married. Nathan thinks, I didn't think that'd last.
Yeah.
I've dipped it into the missus.
Yeah.
Should I tell the brother?
Nathan, tell everyone what's happened to set the scene.
So, look, I've got my older brother, Jai. He's getting married at the end of this year. He's been dating his girl for about 5 years. The first year was a little bit on and off. They were sort of a bit shaky, but they've been solid for about 4 years or so now. Anyway, during one of their big breaks about 4 years ago, I sort of met up with her to sort of, I guess, console her and help her through it because she didn't really want them to be on a break kind of thing. Anyway, one thing's led to another. I've ended up sleeping with her. That was 4 years ago. So we had a little bit of a fling.
Was it just the one? Was just the one route, or was
it
just
was a one and done? It was just a one and done.
Where was it done? Where did you sleep with her?
So it was at her place. She invited me over for a bite to eat and just, I guess, for a bit of a chat.
Is that what it's called now?
That's a strange thing in itself. Were you guys close?
We were. We actually knew each other before she met my brother, and they started dating. We're sort of part of like the same friends group. So
Okay,
well, that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, so I'd known her for a lot longer before that.
Who cracked on to who? Who initiated that romantic connection whilst you were consoling her?
I'd say it was mostly her. I guess she invited me over. She had said something about I don't know, just having some kind of an attraction to me as well. So look, I don't want to play the victim here. It takes two to tango.
You had that. Then obviously your brother and her got back together. How long after you'd slipped it in there did they get back together?
A couple of weeks.
Did you guys ever have a discussion about are we ever going to say anything?
Yeah, we did. We agreed to sort of take it to the grave because we sort of, no good can come of it really from telling him. But look, to be honest, I didn't think that they were going to last. They've been on and off a couple of times, and a break in real life usually. Who gets back together after a break?
So now, when did they get engaged?
Last year.
So this is where you go, oh shit, they're now getting married. This changes it.
Has there ever been? Is there any inappropriateness during this? Do you ever cross paths at the family home in the hallway and do the old, you keep that secret? Or do you give each other little knowing looks, or there's none of that?
No, there's none of that. It's almost as if it never happened, to be honest.
Right.
We both just put it behind us. We've left it.
Is your brother going to freak when he hears this, or is he going to be like, yeah, well, I was banging other chicks? Is he going to be forgiving or not forgiving?
Look, he's not a massive clicker. I think he might be somewhat understanding, but I really don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Do you think it's a good idea that we even let this cat out of the bag?
Look, it's eating me up inside, to be honest.
Being blissfully unaware sometimes is very nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a good place to be. But, look, we're getting fitted for suits. We're booking venues.
Look how good Jackie does in life. Jackie's very blissfully unaware.
Oh, I love being blissfully unaware.
Oh, and it works for you.
But if he finds out another way...
Was it a drunken sex, or was it drunken just, screwing, or was it, passionate and, all the bells and whistles and all the intimate mouth stuff?
It wasn't drunk. It was... I wouldn't say intimate or anything like that. It was, I guess just normal.
Was it just a thrash on the couch, or was it like a lovey-dovey thing?
I'd say maybe more lovey-dovey kind of thing, but that's just kind of how I am in general.
This might just ruin the relationship.
Or it could be okay, and you'll be so relieved.
Let's do some bets. I got 100 on failure. Who's in?
I reckon he's going to be uncomfortable about it and disappointed, but I actually think by the end of the phone call, he'll be fine.
Wow.
Let's hope.
That's my prediction.
I think exactly the opposite to that. I think there'll be no calmness. There'll be huge disappointment. The relationship's off. The brother that you're severed, it's held from here on.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Well, let's see what happens. I'd imagine there'll be no wedding.
We do have him ready to go, Nathan. He just doesn't know what it's for.
Ready, Nathan?
Are you ready?
Have you changed your mind, or are you good?
No, let's do this.
Okay, let's bring Jai over and we'll get him on the air. Jai, you're on the air with Kyle and Jackie O, and we've got your brother Nathan here. How are you going?
How are you, man?
Hey, how you guys going?
Hey, bro, how are you?
Good, bro. What's up?
Look, before I say anything, I just wanted to tell you, look, this is a long time ago. It's not sort of an ongoing thing or anything to sort of be worried about, and I was even unsure if I should have told you, but look, I thought I wanted to get it off my chest, get it out in the open and tell you before, in case it came out another way or, before anything else had happened. But look, basically, You know when you and Sez had that break about four years ago, like your most recent break?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I sort of did catch up with her during that time to sort of talk through a few of the issues she was struggling with it at the time, and we ended up having like a little bit of a thing that night. I sort of went over, and mate, it was just it was a one-time thing. It didn't sort of, it didn't mean anything. It was, man, it was just it was a one-time thing, and all I wanted to say was I'm so sorry. Like, I can't apologise enough.
Are you serious?
Man, I wish I was joking. I wish I was kidding, man, honestly.
Mate, I'm in shock.
Mate, I know. I can only imagine. But look, man, it was 4 years ago. It was a one-off thing. You guys have been on and off a couple of times. I wasn't even sure you were going to last. Mate, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like, seriously, what the I just can't believe it.
Jai, is that going to affect the wedding? Or is this a forgive and forget? Were you also, seeing other people at the time? Like, things are obviously very different now because you and your fiancé have planned to get married, and this was 4 years ago when everyone was in a different headspace. Can you get past this? It's I get it, but
yeah, but still, like, he's ruined the day coming,
Yeah.
Yeah, look, mate, I know. I'm so sorry.
Nathan, did you tell Jai's fiancée you were going to share this information?
I did not.
Okay, so she'll be quite surprised.
Yeah.
Jai,
I think Jai, look, it's not great, but nobody cheated, like you guys were not seeing each other.
It's a technicality there, I feel.
Technicality, I know. I'm just trying to,
I get it.
help you out. Are you glad he told you? Because we were really debating whether or not he should.
Yeah, look, I would have much preferred to have heard it quite like a long time ago, 4 years ago, not on the eve of like us getting married,
Would that have changed anything for you if you had have known that 4 years ago?
Look, I don't know. Maybe at the time, I'm not,
Like, at this point, I feel like it's just gone on too long, and I didn't even know how to bring it up or how to broach the subject.
Do you guys look similar? Do you guys look similar, or brothers obviously have a similar vibe and stuff?
Yeah, we're quite sort of similar.
So she was just after you, probably, Jai. Really, she was heartbroken.
Jackie, let's not fantasize the whole thing. Let's just let Jai deal with it.
We do look similar, but it's awkward. It's so awkward.
It's so awkward, I know.
Listen, we'll leave that with you, Jai. There is no right or wrong answer here for you. You do what you feel, but like I hate the thought that the love is might be ruined by this. So dig deep.
Look, I
really think what's important to you, really. Something that happened 4 years ago when everyone was a bit twisted, or what you feel now. Or don't make the mistake of reacting to some old news in a bad way. Just think it through.
I'm just going to process what I'm going to do next. I'm going to have to talk to Sarah.
Sure.
Yeah. Look, it was so long ago. I'm really hoping
it doesn't matter.
The bridge.
Yeah, it's fresh for him now, though.
Yeah.
But it's let him process it. And
we'll leave that with you guys. I really do hope it's forgive and forget, and you swallow your pride a bit, and everyone apologises and moves on. That would be the best scenario. But it is what it is.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, mate. Yeah. Thanks, Jai. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate that.
Guys. As he was saying it, I was instantly like, I wish we hadn't have done this. Weren't you? Were you just thinking,
I've noticed that you do that a lot. You're like, let's do it. And then you're like, we shouldn't have done it.
I don't think we should. I don't know. I feel like that was probably one that you could have kept secret. Maybe that was one you didn't need closure.
No. Honesty is the best policy.
You would
always
want to know the person you're marrying if that had happened with your own brother, and it's up to him to decide now what to do with it.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I just like to live in fairyland.
You can only people this is true on everything in life. We can only really make the right decisions if we have all the correct information. That applies to everything in the world. Wrong information, wrong choices are made.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
That's true.